Hello all, I'm back. Alright, so again, you have the two phases of the two branches of the jet stream here coming together. They're going to phase over here and bring the storm up that way, according to the European. And look at how strong that is. That's a really, really strong storm. I think what would need to happen for this to be a major snowstorm for Long Island, New York City, and northern New Jersey and those areas, what would need to happen, this here would need to dig farther south than it's forecast to right now. That's the first thing. Second thing, this would have to combine with all of that, or most of it, which it kind of looks like it does right now. The next thing that would need to happen, these two branches of the jet stream would need to phase further south as well. And if the last thing that would need to happen is this surge of Arctic air needs to be, number one, it needs to be stronger. Number two, it needs to come further south. That would shove this storm further south, it would come out further east, and you would get a big snowstorm across this entire area. But that doesn't look to be the trend right now. The trend looks to be, and this trend looks like it's been continuous, for the Arctic air to stay up north, and for this storm to come closer and farther north. That seems to be the trend. The trend does not seem to be farther south with this, unlike last week's storm that we were supposed to get. So, with that in mind, this would also need to track further east, further south and east, for us to get a big snowstorm. So with all that in mind, this is what I created on Paint. The lighter blue, you'll see lighter snow, maybe some moderate snow. Your best chance of getting a heavy snowstorm is everywhere in the blue. So that kind of extends across northern Pennsylvania, central New York, northern portions of Connecticut, northern Rhode Island, all of Massachusetts, excluding the southeastern part of it, extending into Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. That would be your biggest threat for a strong snowstorm. Areas south, areas in the pink, including New York City and Long Island. I'm not really sure how this is going to play out for you yet, but the reason I have you in pink is because I think you might have to worry about some ice. Because as temperatures drop, I feel like there might be a period of sleet or freezing rain, and that might cause some icy problems. You might have to watch out for some sort of an ice storm. And then after midnight, I feel like you're going to go to all snow, so you might get several inches of snow on top of that. I think for the area in the pink, a good estimate right now would be 6 inches of snow or less. I think you're going to get a period of heavy snow probably after midnight Wednesday night and going into early Thursday morning. It would probably be more like 3 to 5 at that. But again, this low pressure, if it strengthens as much as the European says it's going to, your precipitation is going to be extremely heavy. And of course, as I pointed out, it's going to be absorbing moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic at the same time. So there's going to be a lot of precipitation. But what I'm seeing, the trend is that at the time where the precipitation is going to be heaviest, it looks like it's probably going to be rain for areas in the pink. And then south of that, areas in the green are going to be all rain. Now, based on latest trends, this is probably a little too far south. Alright, and the pink is probably a little too far south. I have a feeling that if the northern trend continues, this is going to be moved up all the way to here. Okay, I know that's blue, but that's probably going to be moved up all the way to here. Probably even farther north. This would be moved up all the way up to here, and then all the way back up to here. Okay? And Long Island and New York City would probably get a longer period of rain if that Arctic air mass continues to show signs of being weaker and not stronger. Okay? I don't want to discount areas in pink though, because, you know, we're still, how many days out? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We're still 4 days out. And if you remember, with Monday's storm, the trend was to come farther north on the European model as well as the GFS. And then the Thursday before Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's only 3 days before. 3 days before that happened, the European trended back south. And the storm went farther south. So, again, It seems that before the storm comes, the models underestimate the strength of the Arctic surge of air. So let's see if that happens. Let's see if the trend starts to go back further south, and then you would have to start worrying about a major snowstorm in all of these areas extending from the pink northward. But right now, that doesn't seem to be the trend. Alright, so that's your latest update. I think you're still going to need to worry. Long Island, New York City, central portions of New Jersey. Don't discount the possibility of getting a significant snow of 6 inches or more just yet, because it's a possibility. Based on what we're seeing, it doesn't look like a strong possibility, but just keep an eye on that. I think you're going to at least get a light to moderate snowfall with this, based on current trends, at least late Wednesday night. But you're going to start out as a period of heavy rain, then changing over to a wintry mix. You're probably going to get some ice accumulation and then several inches of snow on top of that for areas in the pink. Areas in the blue, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a major snowstorm. But again, this might shift farther north or south depending on subsequent model runs. Okay, thank you for watching, folks.